Hey everybody, this is Troy with eBuzz Central. Today we're going to do a versus. Solus OS versus Windows 11. Who do you think will win? But before we get started, please don't forget to like, subscribe, or follow my channel. It doesn't cost anything, and if you end up not liking me, you can always unsubscribe. If you like the videos and like what the channel's doing, you can buy us a cup of coffee, or better yet, become a patron to the channel over on Patreon. Those links will be in the description below. Solus OS, if you download it, throw it on a USB, put it in a virtual machine, boot into it, this is what you're going to be met with. A very beautiful desktop. Love the wallpaper. I love the transparency in the bottom bar. You got your app menu over here. Of course, your software center, file manager. Firefox is your web browser. Then, of course, you've got your icons over here, date and time, show desktop. Your hidden icons right here with the nice transparency behind it. You've got your notifications, clipboard, KDE Connect, lock key status. Then you've got internet, USB, battery level, then volume. Now let's take a quick look at how this compares to the Windows 11 desktop. Now you come over to Windows 11. Of course, you've got your icons down here. And then over to the right, you've got your date and time. You've got battery, volume, internet, and of course the microphone that's going on in the background. And then your OneDrive, letting me know it's full. And then your hidden icons, which is your Windows security, something we don't have to worry about on Linux. And then your NVIDIA and then OBS recording in the background. But you get the standard Windows 11 wallpaper. I guess you can see that there might be some transparency down here. Let's go to settings. Let's change it to a dark mode and see if that shows us any more transparency. Let's go to the dark mode. Let's close out of that. Let's go over here. You've got a little bit under your hidden menu, and I guess there's a little bit here. Let's switch back over to Solus real quick. I still think aesthetic-wise, Solus looks better. You've got a lot more of a blur and transparency. And under the hidden icons, yes, I do like that. And then you can always configure those right here. You can configure your system tray. So overall appearance, I'd have to give it to Solus. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments below. Now let's open up the app menu. I like that it doesn't take up a whole bunch of space. You've got your favorites. All applications are right there. You can just scroll through all of them without having to hit another button. Development, graphics, you've got nice little subcategories here. So if you're looking for multimedia, boom, you can go right there. Office, it's right there. Or you can pin it down here. I just like the overall aesthetic of the menu. Let me go ahead and close out of this and let's slide back over to Windows. And Windows, we're going to go ahead and open up the menu. You've got some that are pinned right here. And then, of course, they got the recommended all up in your face. And then to look at all your apps, you actually have to go all the way up here, click all apps. And then there are all your apps there. So if we go back and we type a search, Notepad. Okay, it brings up Notepad pretty quick. But what I don't like is it also brings up all the other web stuff. You know, I'm looking for something. I don't need it to shoot me onto the web, but that's my personal preference, you know. So let's go ahead and close out of that. Zip back over to Solus. Let's say I'm looking for something like MPV. MPV. Boom. MPV media player. No extra web junk. No suggested junk. No proprietary get me shoot over to the web so you can show me advertisement junk. Personal opinion, I got to give this one to Solus as well. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments below. Next, we're going to use the Software Center, and once it pops up, you've got Home, Updates, Installed, Third Party, do a search. Let's do a search for something like Kdenlive. Kdenlive has popped up. See, I didn't have to go on the internet. I didn't have to go anywhere. I can download Kdenlive right here. I know Kdenlive is available for Windows, so let's zip back over and bring up their Software Center. Okay, let's bring up the store, Microsoft Store. Okay, after a little bit of a wait, let's see if we can find Kdenlive. Search. No, can't get Kdenlive. So we'll have to go online, download it. Once it's downloaded, then install it. All right, back over to Solus. So let's try OBS Studio and search. And it pops right up, OBS Studio. You can just click on there. And you can come over here and click install. You don't have to go online and find it and download it and put it onto your system. So in Microsoft's defense, I can go online, download OBS Studio. Once it's downloaded, then I can install it and go from there. But the beauty of Linux, you're going to find a software center or a software application that lets you download anything you need for Linux right in that application. It keeps you from having to go online. It keeps you from having to go find it, download it, and then install it. That's the Windows route. It's much more convenient and makes things much more easier. And quite honestly, at the end of the day, it saves a lot of time. So let's go ahead and close out of that. Next thing I want to discuss is File Manager. Let's open up the File Manager. Here's your File Manager on Solus. It is Dolphin File Manager. Let's make it a little bigger, and as you can see, it's pretty comprehensive. Now, if there are things on here like recents, I don't need recents, so generally what I do is I right-click them and I will hide them, and then search for, I will do the same thing. Let's hide that, and that makes everything a little bit less smashed together, for lack of a better term. And I like to make these icons a little bigger, so I'm going to go down here to icon size. Let's go ahead and bump them up to large. Just makes it easier for me to see. Okay, now that I've got the File Manager up on Linux, I want to look at the File Manager on Windows 11. Okay, there's your File Manager on Windows 11. Shrink that down. Matter of fact, I'll move it over in the center. You've got your quick access. I really don't like quick access. I like using this right here because that is basically what Linux gives me out of the box. And another thing that I don't like about quick access is once you open something more than once, it starts shoving folders over here into your quick access and just clutters all this up. That's something you don't have to worry about in Linux, okay? Right here, you've got search quick access. You can search over here to find different items. View, you can adjust the size of your icons. You can make them medium, you can make them large, you can do whatever you want there. So you do have a little bit of customization there. Let's take a look at Dolphin again. Back over to Dolphin. Now, if I want to change the size of my folders, it's quite easy. I just come down here. I can zoom in, zoom out. I don't have to go up here and click and then say large, medium, small. I can adjust these to exactly how I want them, and they'll be changed. Search, I have search function right here. I can go up here and do a search, and it'll search everywhere, file name, content. I can even break that search down to make it even more targeted. So I'll go ahead and back out of the search. Another thing, have you ever downloaded something or needed to move files rather quickly? If you have, Split is definitely a handy tool. You just click on it, and if you've got things in downloads that you need to transfer to pictures, you just drag, drop, click move, and they move. That's one thing I do like. Now, you can do that somewhat in Windows. Hold on. You can actually come down and open up a second file explorer, and then you can put them side by side, and then you could do the same thing. So you don't have the option to do a split. Now, if somebody knows that you can do it on Windows 11, please leave me a comment below and let me know how to do it. But when you're in Solus, you can just do it by a click of a button. It makes it so simple, makes it easy. Now, it may be something minor to you. If you don't ever have to move a lot of files, you have no problem there. But at the end of the day, I think I have to give the File Manager to Solus. And this isn't me being a Linux homer either. This is me understanding how I work. And when I'm working, I work much smoother in Linux than I do in Windows 11. It just seems like Windows 11 continuously gets in my way. And I don't know a better way to explain it. So let's go ahead and close out of that. Next thing I want to look at is the settings. Let's go to System Settings. Okay, what I want to do here is I'm already on a dark theme. I want to go to Appearance, and I want to bring this down to a smaller window because I want to show you all something. See how this over here stays up? See how I can read that? And I can even arrow back and go all the way over here to my subcategories. Click on Appearance, Application Styles, Global Theme. If I don't like the global theme, I can come down here and get a new one really quick. I can go up here and go Show Highest Rated. And it gives me new themes that I can download and install and make my operating system look completely different. Okay? I'm going to close out of that, go back to my appearance, and there's all of my settings right here. As you can see, I can still see them. Okay? Keep that in mind. I want to show you something real quick. Back over to Windows 11. All right, let's open up settings. There's our settings. Now, have you noticed something? I opened up settings, and you think you've got display, sound, notifications, focus assist, power and battery, storage, nearby sharing. You think these are your categories, but they're not. Watch this. Let's go. Now here's your categories. Okay? Personalization. Now if you pick one of these, let's say we pick system, we're on system, but I don't want it to take up full screen. My categories disappear, and I can't arrow back to them. See? I'm stuck. So let's go Bluetooth. I want to go down. I want to go back. It takes me back to system, but doesn't show me my subcategories. And I can't arrow back anymore. So unless I go full screen, I can't go back to Bluetooth. I can't go to personalization. Okay? If I minimize, those categories disappear. Now back over on Solus, if I click workspace behavior, it'll bring it up, show me my subcategories. Now if I arrow back, it brings me right back over here and I can do everything that I need to do over here. I don't do everything in full screen. Some people might, I don't. I like to have the ability to just, see what's going on out here in case I've got something else going on. Being able to make changes. Let's go to shortcuts. Okay, it brings up my shortcuts categories, and then I can go back, and I'm right back here. Now, back over to Windows 11. Okay, I can't go back. I'm stuck here. I got to go full screen, pick, and then if I want to drop back down, okay, let me go back. It'll take me to system, but then none of my categories pop back up over here. So, personal opinion, I'm giving this to Solus as well. They have a better settings menu. They have a better way to get around. Not to mention that they don't have this in my face all the time. Microsoft 365, OneDrive, view updates. That's not in my face, okay? That is constantly in my face. So, back over to Solus. Let's close out of settings. Okay, back over here, and just a couple things in closing. When you download Solus OS, Office. You go to Office, you get the free LibreOffice suite. You don't get any Office suite on Windows. You can use their online. It is not as feature-rich as the LibreOffice suite. Now, granted, you can download LibreOffice onto Windows 11, but it's already on Solus. You don't got to go through that extra step. Plus, you're still using Linux. And last, but definitely not least, we're going to come down here to System Monitor. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to maximize this one. We're using 1 gigabyte of the 2 gigabytes that I have issued to this machine. And if you go over to Applications, you've got 2 running, System Monitor and System Settings. Processes. It gives you a list of processes that are running in the background. And if you go down through here and you're familiar with Linux at all, you'll know that all of these have to do with the Linux operating system or with the Linux kernel or with hardware. And as you notice, I'm just scrolling just a little bit and I'm already at the end of the list. Start Plasma, X Desktop, Org KDE, PowerDevil, K-Access, and that's it. That's all I'm listing right here, okay? Now, if you go over to Windows, you go to Processes. Of course, I have OBS running, Virtual Manager. Then you come down through here, and you have anti-malware, ASUS Software Manager. Microsoft Edge isn't even open, but it's running 5 different instances in the background. Okay, we need NVIDIA, Realtek, Runtime Broker, Start, Windows Security, Windows Terminal, Windows Widgets. Windows Terminal isn't even open and it's using 1.4 megabytes of RAM. Your phone, service host. All this backdoor transmitting, RAM chewing crap that runs in the backgrounds of Windows 11. So I'm going to say that System Resource Management would definitely go to Linux for the simple fact that it's not running trash in the background. So that's a quick comparison video. Everything I said in this video obviously is my personal opinion. You may look at it different. You may like Windows 11. You may not like Windows 11. You might not like Solus. But I thought I'm getting ready to do a review of Solus, and I just wanted to compare it to Windows 11. In my personal opinion, hands down, it beats Windows 11 in quite a few categories. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Before you leave today, do me a favor. Please like, subscribe, or follow my channel. Doesn't cost anything, and if you end up not liking me, you can always unsubscribe. If you like what the channel's doing and you enjoy the videos, you can buy us a cup of coffee, or better yet, become a patron to the channel over on Patreon. Those links will be in the description below. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you in the next video.